All right, so this next tip is all about creating reusable brand templates using nothing but a blank slide and a packed media library. So you have course templates that you can make, but templates usually have a look and feel. There's a certain design to the template, and that may not be what you want, but you might find yourself repeatedly searching for things like the same logos, the same videos, or brand elements that you use across courses. So this is one of those beyond the basics type use cases for media library, but let me show you how this works here. All right, so I'm starting here in a brand new project. I haven't even saved the project file yet, so we know we don't have anything in here. Let's open up Media Library, and then we'll just load this up with some common graphics and audio files. Let me minimize that, and we'll just work with some icons first. So here's some icons that I'm using all the time. I'm going to drag that in here to images, come back over, maybe some illustrations as well. And so all I'm doing is just loading this up with common elements that would be used in the courses that I build. Now, it doesn't matter really how many assets I have in here. At some point, it could start to add additional file size. However, when I build my project, I could always come in here and then select anything that's not in use and delete them afterwards, right? So I still have that option to remove any unused elements. So let's say some notification and alerts. We'll bring in some common button sound effects, maybe 4 or 5 alerts. Just select them. You gotta really like the drag and drop right here. This makes it so fast and efficient. All right, there's my audio files, and then I think I probably have maybe a video in here that I could use. So I'm just gonna bring in whatever I want. I'm gonna save this as a team slide and make this available. All right, so everything's in there. We've got a lot of images, got some audio. If I had some characters that I like to include all the time, I could just add them here into Media Library, but I'll just leave that blank for now. I'm going to go ahead and close this, and I'm going to save this project. I don't even need to save it to my desktop, but I think it's probably a good idea to do that. So I'll just say Control S real quick, and then I'll just call this Branding Kit, because I may want to make some modifications to it later, make some updates to it based on elements that I need. I'll click Save. Okay, so I saved it to my desktop, but I need to make this available now in Media Library. So we just come up to Slides, Team Slides, and Share Project or Share Selected Slides. It's really not going to make a difference here, so I could just say Share Selected Slide, and that pops open the Add Team Slides. So I've got Branding Kit. I can just take this part off. I may want to date it though. You may want to put the current date, so that users will know, when this was last updated, and I'll just click Add. So this is uploading to my Teams account, and which means everyone on my Teams account will have access to it. Now I have a new project right here, and the way I can access all of those assets is if I begin a new project from Team Slides. If I create a new project and then insert the Team Slide, all those unused assets will not be included. So that's a really important choice right here, right? If I want to leverage all of those brand assets, I need to start with the Team Slides, meaning that it's going to have the right dimensions that I want to use. It doesn't have to have all the colors and themes and fonts, although it probably should. But now if I select that Branding Kit, Insert, or Create Project, all those images and sound effects and the video that I added will be available. So I don't see anything here on the slide, but let's take a look at Media Library and look at this, images, look at all those, ready to go. So for a further step that I may want to take is if I am setting up my slide in a certain way all the time, just to give myself even more of a head start, is I would want to say design my colors, my fonts, make those choices right here and get those set up. But the bigger I think win right here is having all of those media assets available to me. Doesn't mean I'm going to use them all, and when I finish the project, I could always go in and remove any unused items as well, so I don't have to keep those in there. But when I'm building a project, if I know I'm going to use these sort of things all the time, let's just get them in there to begin with, rather than having to import them and go through those steps each time. All right, so anyway, that's just a quick and easy way to streamline your collaboration and asset management, just using the Media Library and a kind of essentially a blank project, but a media library that's chock full of your most commonly used assets. Key here is just remember to begin your new project from the team slide rather than inserting the team slide later during development. So as long as you do that, you'll have all those images, logos, videos, and even characters if you add them available, even though there's nothing on the slide.